This is episode 6 or snippet number 6, where we're going through the discussions and talks about menopause. And I want to encourage you to look at these from the first one, which is sequential because I'm numbering them. And today, this one is number 6. Today, I'm talking about symptoms or signs and symptoms of perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, because this data was shared by women from different age groups and different phases of menopause as well. So, like you see, I have a book here with questions and with signs that I jotted down as discussed and as shared by women. When I get to any sign or symptom that applies to me, I'll share my story or my experience with that symptom. Okay, so the first one is, or maybe before I start on the symptoms, let me just give a recap of what we are talking about here. From series 1 or from the clip 1, I was talking about menopause. And I shared that menopause has 3 phases. What menopause is, please find the video, the phases of menopause, which is perimenopause, which starts way before you lose your periods. And then when you lose your periods, which is menopause, pausal. And after you lost your period, which is post-menopause. And again, to reiterate, it is important to know we are all different, yes, and this can, affect us in very different ways because we are diverse in where we come from, our hormones and how our bodies cope. But it is important to know, because once you are aware, you are empowered, some of the symptoms will not affect you as much as they would. And you're thinking, am I crazy or what? Because you know. So that's why we are sharing all this. So it is also important to know that it starts at different ages. It's not one age fits all. It is reported in scientifically that menopausal women or menopause starts even as early as 30. So the stigma that menopause is associated with old age and aging and less sexiness, and people don't want to talk about it because they feel if they talk and share, it is endorsing that they are old or older. Here we are not talking about that. We are sharing information to empower and to help us to get through the phases of menopause with knowledge. So, on the symptoms, symptom number 1, I'm just going to discuss maybe only 3 or 4 here for the sake of time, because we don't want these videos to be too long. So, symptom number 1 is weight gain. Many women, actually, most of the women we've talked about, I have been discussing with or conversing with, they say they have gained weight or they are gaining weight and they are not able to shift that weight. And this is story of my life as well, especially now that I cannot exercise because of knee injury. I see weight creeping, especially around my tummy area, my mid area. There is that fat and, I can't shift it no matter how I try to diet or to follow these like intermittent fasting. It used to be so easy for me to lose weight and to stay in shape or the weight that I wanted. But now it's so difficult even to shade anything. It's so difficult to shade. So this is a symptom that people have talked about. Another one is withdrawal from society, from friends, wanting to be alone most of the time. This is true of me as well. Many women say they find themselves in that scenario where they just want to be on their own. And I find myself doing the same. Don't go out, don't want to go out. Even if the people are saying, can we go out for a party, for a meal? I just don't want to be bothered. Or even going to the supermarket, as easy as that, as simple as that. Don't want to be out there. I don't know, my husband has to put a rope around my neck sometimes to just go to Costa to have a cup of coffee together. That's how bad it has been. Then the other symptom, food choices. And interests. Oh my goodness. Yes, many women have said that this, remember, this is, I'm not talking of these symptoms at any particular stage. I'm just sharing what women were saying, and these women are at diverse stages of menopause, which is perimenopause, menopausal, and postmenopause. So food choices changing, interests changing. Yes, definitely, I can profess to that as well. I used to love eggs, ate eggs all my life, but now the sight of eggs disgusts me. I actually literally get sick just thinking of cooking eggs and eating eggs. Milk as well. I used to love tea with milk, but now I can't stand tea with milk. I try to force myself here and there in a coffee, but the thought of it, just the thought of pouring milk out of a bottle and seeing it into my cup of tea just disgusts me. I don't know why. Then stress. Stress is number one. Many people, some women were actually saying they didn't recognize or know that they were stressed until when their GP told them that they are stressed. Same as me here. I didn't know that I was stressed, and it only manifested in the high blood pressure. And I was even given this machine here to monitor my blood pressure every day, twice a day, so that they see if it goes down or not, and probably be put on medication. That scared me a lot, and I'm trying my best to change my lifestyle, change my diet, reduce my sugar intake, reduce my carbohydrates intake, so that I can get down to normal in terms of high blood pressure, for fear of going on the medication. I don't think I would like it to be on blood pressure medication. So this is what I can share today. There is a lot. There are a lot of them, the symptoms that have been shared, but we'll do them bit by bit, and how I experience them myself bit by bit as we share this journey together. For now, we will end here.